Is Carlo Pamintuan alongside Neil Flores, and Neil, the confidence of Ateneo sky high after scoring a victory against their arch rivals in their last game.
Yes, and talking about the CEU Scorpions, you can really feel that it hasn't been an easy journey for them. But today, they will try to break through in the win column against an undefeated Ateneo Blue Eagle squad.
Let's now check out the team standings in that particular pool. As we said, Ateneo coming off a win, and they're right behind the leaders of Group B, the Philippine Air Force Jet Spikers, CEU, along with the LPU Pirates, still looking for their first win of our conference.
Well, looking at the standings, medyo wala na ang chance ang CEU na makapasok, especially if Ateneo grabs this game, but they will still end their note with a win if ever that they do so.
They're just looking for a confidence builder to learn their lessons coming from this tough performance so far in your 2019 Open Conference. For the Ateneo Blue Eagles, we talked about it, a spirited performance against Eco Oil LaSalle in their last game. It was a tight matchup. It was a long matchup, but in the end, Ateneo scored the victory.
Well, the explosion of Glorioso and Ninjeka, who combined for 32 points, really did the damage to the defense of Eco Oil DLSU.
Let's see if Ateneo can build on that and score another victory against CEU. Neil, what impressed you most about the performance of Ateneo in that last game?
Well, actually, in terms of the errors committed by Ateneo, medyo marami, but they were able to make up for it because of the substitutions that Coach Timmy Santo Tomas made, especially with the entry of Bok Morado in that second set.
For the CEU Scorpions, you know, if they can somehow find a way to score against the Ateneo Blue Eagles, that would surely make this a fruitful stint in their last game. They did not get lucky as they were swept in 3 sets. Let's see how they will be able to bounce back when we come back. Ateneo versus CEU.
Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Rene Gaspilio, and second referee, Mr. Bonifacio Abug. Let's now meet the starting 6 from the CEU Scorpions. Let's start off with the team captain, jersey number 2, Nino Nazareno. At number 3, Aljun Sandoval. Number 6, Francisco Naagas Jr. Number 7, Miguel Antonio Gonzalez. Number 12, Carlo Villahermoso. And number 14, Julian Solis. With liberos at number 1, Dave Magdamit, and number 4, Dave Russell Munsayak. Mentored by their head coach, Mark Anthony Santos. Let's now meet the starters from the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Let's start off with the team captain, jersey number 1, Lawrence Hill Magaja. At number 2, Kurt Michael Aguilar. Number 3, Ron Adrian Medalla. Number 11, Canciano Llanos. Number 12, Chumason, Celestine, and Jiga. And number 16, Giancarlo Glorioso. With liberos, number 5, Lance Andre De Castro, and number 10, Paulo Lorenzo Trinidad, with mentored by their head coach, Timothy Santa Tomas. This is match number 42 of the preliminaries from Pool B. Good luck to both teams.
Your starting lineup for the CEU Scorpions. They'd want to have a better performance as compared to what they had against the Philippine Air Force, where they lost by straight sets and were only able to score 45 points in that entire matchup.
Well, you know, Nino Nazareno did his best, but 9 points was clearly not enough to match the firepower of the Philippine Air Force.
Meanwhile, for Ateneo, they had 4 scoring in double digits as you check out their starting unit for this game against the Scorpions, led by Glorioso, who had 17 big points in that matchup, followed by Enjiga with 15.
That's clearly the asset that will be utilized here on the side of the Blue Eagles.
Neil, very important here for Ateneo is not to be too complacent. They know that they are going up against a winless team. But if you are overconfident, pwede magulat ka nitong CEU.
That's correct. And their next assignment will be the Easy Trip Road Spikers and the Philippine Air Force. So I think this is a good start para at least ma-warm up sila dahil malakas yung mga kakalaban nila. And those games will be very crucial to determine their standings in the quarterfinals.
Kung sino yung papasok, definitely could be determined by those 2 games as they start off with a kill block combination of Medalla and Enjiga there. Another block, this time from Enjiga, tag teaming with Aguilar. So outstanding defense to start. Mukhang hindi naman sila masyadong kumpiyansa dito sa larong ito.
And these are the 2 best blockers of the team. Usually they average 5 or 6 blocks per match.
For the CEU Scorpions, what's the number 1 item sa listahan ng kanilang coaching staff before they went into this matchup?
Well, you know, looking at the blocking pattern of Ateneo, mukhang ang kailangan lang nilang gawin is to work around it, use the hands of the blockers dahil matibay-tibay bumlock yung Enjiga and Aguilar.
Very important also, when you are the underdog team, keep your errors to a minimum.
Tama. And of course, diba, they're still looking for their very first win in our open conference. And if you are able to take down a strong team of Ateneo, that is going to be a statement win.
Also will build the confidence. At least, you know, you learn that it's something, it's a process that you have to go through. You underwent tough losses. Pero sabi mo nga, if they score a win, if they find a way to score a win against Ateneo, malakas makadagdag sa kumpiyansa nila.
But they have to start out in getting those first balls because the setter is having a hard time giving it to his attackers.
Another chance here. Back row attack, foiled by CEU. That soft touch will not work. Miscommunication there for Ateneo.
That's one of the times na hindi often natin nakikita yung miscommunication between Magadia and Aguilar of the combination play.
And Jiga had to be creative there. Not a perfect set, but he still found a way to score.
You know, these soft touches from Ateneo, CEU can really maximize them para makapag-run sila ng sarili nilang counter-attack. But their defense and coverage needs to be ready.
Another good opportunity here for Ateneo. That back row attack, easily defended by CEU. Converting on the mistake coming from Glorioso. The CEU who's just sticking to the Blue Eagles as much as they could here in the first set. Down 3-5.
Great anticipation from Aljun Sandoval of that regalo.
Not a great first ball there, and the result, pilit yung atake, an error coming from Aguilar.
You know, that was the problem of the Blue Eagles in their previous game against Eco Oil. Their first ball was very erratic. So if CEU can score off those hard aces, mas mababasa nila kung saan pupunta yung atake ng Ateneo.
Villahermoso with a nice serve there. That's an ace.
That's another miscue on the reception.
Look at this. All of a sudden, CEU gaining rhythm, tying the count at 5 apiece. Another good serve from Villahermoso. You have to explain to me kung ano yung nangyari dun sa pagkakataon na yon. Tumawid yung taga CEU, and then it altered yung second ball nitong Ateneo.
Well, it took a while for the first referee to decide, but I think a crossing violation or a net touch will be called on Solis dahil siya yung tumawid kanina. But officially, the point will go to Ateneo.
So when are you allowed to cross under, Neil?
As long as you don't step on the other side of the court, I mean yung sa opponent's court, pwede. Pero dito kasi sa gilid, pwede ka pang lumampas dyan eh.
Our officials explaining it to the coach, to Coach Mark Anthony Santos, as Ateneo reclaimed the lead 6-5. Again, the judgment wasn't quick, kaya nagkalituhan eh. Hindi rin pumito agad ng violation, hindi tumuro agad kung kanino yung punto. So now there is a need to clarify things, but the score will hold. It's 6-5 for the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
That's why Coach Mark Anthony Santos is asking for a dead ball. But again, the point will stay with Ateneo.
Kurt Michael Aguilar now serving for the Blue Eagles. Sandoval gives up a free ball. Aatake ang Ateneo. They go to Llenos, but he hits it straight into the net.
Too low for Llenos. Masyado siya nanggigil. Hindi na ganun ka-sakto yung height ng bola, but he still forced the issue. CEU keeping it close so far in our first set.
And that's exactly what they need to do. Stay within striking distance. Kasi napansin natin, no, Neil, pag naiiwan sila agad, they can't muster up the confidence to get back into games.
And you also know that the firepower of the attacks of Ateneo, nandyan yan. So you want to keep the score close as much as possible.
Great effort coming from Nazareno, but he won't be able to get to that ball. Llenos now serving for the Blue Eagles. If may naririnig po kayong ingay, that is actually the rain hitting the roof of the Paco Arena. Kung gaano kalamig sa labas, gano'n naman kainit yung aksyon dito sa loob as we head into our first technical timeout of the first set. 8-6 is the score in favor of the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Hoy, kausapin niyo itong teammate niyo, parang walang pinagkatandaan. Kung kaya ng leader niyo, wala kayong patutunguhan.
Okay, let's go guys. Tara, Dan.
Last two assignments in the group stage for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. As you said, Neil, tough ones against the EC Trip Road Spikers and then the Philippine Air Force Jet Spikers. So the favorites of Group B will meet on September 29. It's a Sunday, still here inside the Paco Arena.
If they win this game and they win on Sunday against Easy Trip, they will have a guaranteed slot in the quarterfinals. But ang goal nila is to get that #1 position because if they end up at #2, ang ka-crossover nila would be the Signal HD Spikers pag nag #1 yon.
That is also a really good matchup We're very excited, Neil, no, sa pagsisimula, sa pagtatapos na rin ng ating eliminations, what pairings we will see. Because, you know, the group stage, lalabanan mo lang yung grupo mo eh. So, when we cross over, yung hindi mo pa masyado naaaral, yun yung mamamatchapan mo. As the games get even more important. Meanwhile, CEU showing some fight here in the first set, tying the score at 8-all. Back-to-back points coming from the Scorpions. Medalla getting one back for Ateneo.
Ron Medalla looking to bounce back after a 7-point performance in their previous game.
Winning a game like that, a 5-setter against your arch rival, what does that tell you about these Blue Eagles?
Well, again, looking forward, dahil UAAP naman talaga yung ilalaban ng Ateneo, they have a good sense kung ano pa yung kailangan nilang ma-improve in the next coming months.
That's a net touch against Gonzalez. And if you've been following the action from Spiker's Turf, you will get the sense kung sino yung mga malalakas na teams, yung mga aabangan talaga, no, coming the collegiate competitions, of course. But if you will have the opportunity to pick up a championship here in Spiker's Turf, of course you'll try to do it.
Definitely, ibang level of competition ang meron sa commercial league.
Siyempre, kailangan mong pansinin dyan yung ball hammers ng Santa Elena. Maybe a collegiate team, but can hang with the best club teams that we have here.
And they almost barged into the finals of our reinforced conference with the same lineup that they have right now.
Yep.
And I think so far, Santa Elena is also undefeated.
CEU Scorpions hanging in there. Ateneo also not helping themselves by committing a lot of attacking errors so far.
And we're just at the 10-point mark. Marami-rami na rin ang nakakommit na error itong Ateneo.
Medalla slowed down there by the blockers. Not a great pickup from Injigha. Kaya limitado rin yung naging options sila on the attack. Oh, but they make up for it with a good block.
That is something na kailangan hanapan ng paraan ng spikers ng CEU. There will always be a wall with Injigha in the front line. Later on, Gian Glorioso naman. So you have to be smart in choosing the angles na pupuntahan mo if you want to score points.
Nazareno denied there. Good serve coming from Magadia. You can sense that Ateneo is just looking for that one big run. A string of 4 or 5 points para tuluyan ng kumawala kontra dito sa CEU here in the first set.
And they have to start cleaning up their game dahil ang daming mga miscues and errors, but they make up for it with their defensive prowess.
The great wall of Chumason and Giga getting another tail block.
For the setter of CEU, he has this to try to scramble the blocking of Ateneo. Hindi pwedeng exclusively to the wings. You have to get your middle blocker involved para kahit papano you can pose a threat para kay Injigha.
Pero in their last few attacks, Neil, as you said, halatang halata kung saan gustong pumunta ng CEU sa opensa.
Now Ateneo starting to pull away with a 4-point lead.
Good serving. Once again, mula kay Magadia. Meanwhile, that is a good attack. Kaso, a little wide.
But that was a great attempt from
Yeah,
Villahermoso.
definitely. Hinanapan niya ng angulo na hindi natatama dun sa block ni Injigha. This came up a bit wide. Another opportunity here for Ateneo. Injigha denied, given a dose of his own medicine.
No coverage for the side of Ateneo. Lahat sila nakasugod sa harapan. Usually, merong isang matitira sa likuran if ever mablock yun. But now a substitution will be made by Coach Mark Santos. De Guzman will replace Gonzalez on the serve.
11 serving 15 now. We are in the first set. Off speed does not work for Aguilar. Nilagyan niya, kinargahan niya na ng lakas. And that will lead us into our second technical timeout of the first set. Ateneo looking much better as they lead 16-11. Look at this one more time, Neil.
Kurt Aguilar using all of his power to hit it off the hands of one of the defenders of CEU.
We'll take a quick break.
Pwede ba ilagay mo sa utak mo muna, simple lang. Sumasol, hanggang dibdib mo lang yung kalaban, hanggang kilikili mo lang yung kalaban, Chu. Hindi ko alam bakit nabablock ka pa. Kasi gusto mo ipilit yung hindi na pwede. Gusto mo spectacular, gusto mo pang poster, gusto mo pang highlight, hindi pwede ganun sumasol. Gusto ko simple pero effective.
Only one game left after this one for the CEU Scorpions, and they will go up against another winless team in the LPU Pirates. But of course, if you're CEU, gusto mo may baon ka na panalo before you do meet up against them. That'll be on September 26.
Another error. This time from the service line.
Medallo committing that one, allowing CEU to pull one back as they're down by 4. Nino Nazareno serving. Llenos not able to score there. And that block goes out in favor of the Scorpions.
And yan yung sinasabi ko, you have to be smart in choosing the angles. Yun yung ginawa ni Villa Hermoso, just choosing Abay Llenos compared to Chumason and Jega to challenge.
Injiga found the opening there. Narinig natin kanina, no? During the timeout, the coach of Ateneo challenging Injiga to dominate kasi nga siya yung pinakamatangkad na player. Like there's no one in CEU's roster who could compare to him, at least physically.
Definitely, he has the height advantage and Coach Timmy wants him to maximize that. Pero mukhang narinig naman niya yun. He heard it loud and clear as he scores off another point, this time sa service line.
Up 18-13, and Giga still serving. Quick attack is money. That was Sandoval scoring for CEU.
Great setting also from Solis. Only up against one blocker.
De Los Santos, De La Torre both checking in for the CEU Scorpions. And it is Russell De La Torre serving for CEU. Glorioso activated from the middle.
Keeping it simple. Now we see substitutions on the side of Coach Timmy Santo Tomas. The rookie Jetly Gopio and their backup setter Bok Morado. You know, in that previous game against Eco Oil, when Bok Morado made his entry, dun nagbago. They caught up with an 8-point deficit to grab that second set. And they ended up winning that game. He was definitely the game changer for Ateneo.
What does he bring to the table, Neil?
Well, you know, for his first few years, he played second fiddle to E.G. Magada and Ish Polvorosa. But now, senior na si E.G. Magada, he is more than capable of getting that first setter position in the next coming years for the Blue Eagles.
Well, they got tagged with a net touch in that last point, allowing CEU to inch a little bit closer. But yung 4 points naging distance na hindi pa mabalikan ng CEU. Let's see if they finally can inch a little closer. Llenos, that's off the blockers and out. Look at this one more time. And that hit, that point coming from Llenos will force Coach Mark Anthony Santos to call this timeout.
Ang nangyayari kasi, buksan natin yung zone 5 ulit. Kainin nyo yung gitna. Intindihan nyo? Hindi naman sila pumapalo ng diretso eh. Thank you. Ha? Tandaan nyo, walang sasagad sa antena. Bigay natin yung antena sa kanya. Kaya mo siya. Tara. Ikaw, mahabol ka lang. Tinamaan mo.
5 lang yan, hindi pa sila 25. Tara, habol natin yan.
Ganito, isipin muna natin ang dahan-dahan. Ha? Para magkaroon tayo ng play.
Tara. Dahan-dahan na, isa-isa.
20-15, a 5-point lead for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. CEU got a strong performance to start. Score was tied 10 apiece at 1 point.
And Coach Mark Santos knows na kaya niyang lumaban. It's just that they have to start fixing yung mga atake at defense also nila.
Oh, that's a smart play coming from Gonzalez. Paminsan nakakapanggulat pa rin sa net itong Scorpions.
And yun nga, nasunod yung game plan. Kailangan may pumain sa gitna so that if ever na isiset nung setter sa wings, mababakante.
They go to Medalla. And with the size advantage ng Ateneo, magkakaproblema talaga sa blocking, sa depensa. Itong CEU Scorpions. De La Torre could not get to that ball. Nasara na naman ang pinto. This time it's Gopio with a kill block.
That's his first point of his collegiate career. And his teammates are very happy.
Bakit nga naman hindi? That was certainly an impressive way to start your scoring with the Ateneo Blue Eagles. May problema talaga sa first ball, no, Neil? Itong CEU. As Gopio makes it back-to-back.
2 points for Gopio. And that's really the plan of Coach Timmy Santo Tomas. He wants to use all of his players.
His name is Jet Li. Jet Li Gopio. That's a spectacular name. 23-16. CEU with the timeout.
Pumapasok sila ng quick. Ano mangyari? Ano nangyari sa depensa mo? Naubos ka? Hindi pwede dito. Dapat bandang uli. Paangat tayo na paangat. Hindi tayo bumababa. Ano mangyari? Wala tayong depensa. Wala tayong opensa. Diba? Uulan din tayo ng palo kapag hindi tayo dumepensa. Hindi nyo? Blocking natin. Ito, sabay nito.
Naliman natin yung coverage kasi papayungin ko kayo naman.
Go.
Neil, in terms of offense, may ibubuga naman. Itong Ateneo, nakikita naman natin.
Kim Kiana D.
Saying hi to you, Neil.
Watching the action here.
And it's good to see, no? Some of our top volleyball players from the women's side also supporting our men's competition. Si Abi Maranyo, madalas din natin nakikita nanonood dito.
Well, you know what? In CEU's previous game against the Philippine Air Force,
Yes.
they only maxed 16 points in a single set, but right now they're at 17. That's a good sign for the Scorpions.
Certainly something to build on. As Injiga comes up with another rocket, which will bring them to set point. Injiga finding the angle, finding the path of least resistance coming from CEU and adding to his tally. Magadia now serving for the set for Ateneo. Oh, that was a good set. Pero nabantayan pa rin ng Ateneo. Another kill block. They end the set exactly how they started it. 25-17 is your score in favor of the Blue Eagles.
The great wall of Chumason and Jega.
And CEU must find a way to overcome the overwhelming size advantage coming from the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Let's see what they come up with in our second set. Check out the numbers that dictated what happened in the first set. Yung errors talaga, kailangan pa rin protektahan ng Ateneo. They committed a lot of those, especially in the earlier part of the first set.
But look at the attacks, 13-6, then the blocking 6-1. It showed the dominance of the Blue Eagles in terms of offense and defense in that first set. Pero magandang sign to sa CEU na konti lang yung errors nila.
Yeah. Only 4 errors there against the CEU Scorpions. So they did their part in making sure na hindi sila magtatapon ng easy points for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. But they could not find a way to stop in Jigha. They could not find a way to get through the blockers of Ateneo. Let's see what their adjustment will be as we start our second set. But you know, Neil, in terms of their sports program, CEU is a school that's definitely investing heavily sa kanilang mga student athletes.
Well, I mean, the fact that they're here in the Spikers turf, talagang seryoso sila in building a good volleyball program. And this is a good start to challenge your young team against a lot of experienced veterans here in our open conference.
Even in basketball, they're coming up with great teams year in and year out, as this will be a net touch kontra sa Blue Eagles.
CEU will start out this set with a 2-point lead over Ateneo.
Solid serving for CEU. Uh-oh. Di nagkaintindihan doon. Chance ball for the Scorpions. They go to the middle. And that is a great attack coming from Gonzalez.
Great setup. Kanina nagawa na rin nila yon against a single block.
Kailangan din ng tapang nun, ha? Wanting to go one-on-one against Injigha. And this time it's the block of the CEU Scorpions that gets him a point.
Look at that. That's a 4-point
Yeah.
lead for the side of the Scorpions. But the question is, how will they manage to maintain that 4-point lead?
Meanwhile, walang porma yung opensa ng Ateneo so far. They're looking to their defense to try and get them a point here. Best rally so far, and it ends with an attacking error coming from Cuerva.
Again, it's the errors of Ateneo na kailangan nilang linisin, lalo na when they go up against the Road Spikers and the Jet Spikers. They cannot afford to give those free points to the likes of Ranran Abilia.
Oh, unfortunate development there for Nazareno. Regalo na eh, but he was not able to get it across cleanly, giving Ateneo their first point of the second set.
That's still a 4-point lead for CEU. They just have to get another good stop to keep their run going.
Regalo converted by Lienos into a point for the Blue Eagles. But at least for CEU, you were able to get some kind of rhythm to open the second set.
And there will be a change of libero for the Scorpions. Munsayak with a better first ball, which gets converted to another quick point.
May butas dun sa gitna ng depensa ng Ateneo. No coverage there. Look at this one more time. Another quick attack. Left undefended.
Gonzalez with a power tip. They will really have a better chance of getting attack points, lalo na pag single block lang ang kalaban nila.
This attack, though, simply too strong for the blockers of CEU to deal with. As Medalla scores again. But you can see, even the Scorpions are enjoying themselves a little bit more here in the second set. As Injiga serves. Good effort there, but Medalla could only come up with that chance ball. Another point for the CEU Scorpions.
They've been going to that A-quick play. Kanina si Gonzalez, this time it was Sandoval who got that point. One-on-one against Gian Glorioso. Mukhang yun yung nagiging strategy ng CEU eh. They're using speed instead of power to get their attacks through the blocking of Ateneo.
Definitely a great idea. It has been effective for them. Di na daw nakahabol yung pancake, as a point will be given to Ateneo. Check this out one more time. A tough angle to look at. Net touch. Unfortunate error there coming from CEU, allowing Ateneo to climb back. They're within 2 points.
Well, aside from that net touch, may crossing violation din called on Solis.
Now it's Medalla serving for the Blue Eagles. Nagas denied. Ball is kept alive. Another block there for Glorioso. So when a team towers over you, you have to be very creative with the way you attack.
It's either you get creative or you have support sa likuran mo for the coverage. From 4 points up, isa na lang ang kalamangan. Oh, now it's tied at 7-all.
That lead is now history for the CEU Scorpions. As Ateneo slowly turning things around. Another good effort there coming off the block. Quick na, babantayan na rin mula kay Sandoval. Chance ball for the Blue Eagles. Kept alive. Good rally here. Naaga sends it across. Magadia, kanino pupunta? The quick was slowed down by the tape. Naagas, soft touch. Well defended. And that hit is long. Mula kay Lienos, and that will send us into our first technical timeout of the second set. Scores in favor of the CEU Scorpions, 8-7 against the Blue Eagles.
Sipagin lang natin, trabawin natin. Kaya naman natin. Quicker na pre, mabilis tumalun eh. Taas mo para mabitin siya. Makapasok ng bali. Habol lang, habol. Ano, yung palo mo, natatapat sa quicker eh.
Solis, nasa si Solis.
Cover ako ah.
Okay, drama ko.
Dala rin. Hindi mo lang, kung ano yung kaya mong paluin, hindi mo sa kanya. Sit tayo.
Okay na tayo, okay na.
If you are the CEU Scorpions, you just need to forget about the fact that you even led by that many points here in the second set and focus on the task at hand. They've built some confidence for their squad. They found out some openings dun sa depensa ng Ateneo. Let's see how they can take advantage. That certainly will not help. Service error mula sa CEU, courtesy of Villahermoso.
And when you get a 4-point lead over Ateneo, you really have to take care of it. Dahil pag nawala yan, ang hirap ibalik niyan. They have to continue minimizing their errors. Kagaya ng kanina, 4 errors lang.
Yeah. Lienos with a good serve. Naagas sent back. That back row attack will not work out. That hit is out. Ateneo humihingi ng check ball.
They will not get a check ball. That point will go to CEU.
It is back now with the Scorpions, 9-8. Oh, another hit goes outside. Hindi pa rin makakuha ng check ball. Itong Ateneo Blue Eagles, you can sense some frustration coming from their side.
Back-to-back errors already from the attack.
Sandoval now serving for the Scorpions. And a net touch is whistled against CEU.
Ito yung mga sayang kasi ang ganda nung hawak nila dun sa palo ni Cuerva. But they commit a net infraction.
Now Glorioso, the leading scorer of their last matchup, serving for the Blue Eagles. Gonzalez continues to pour in the points here in the second set.
Again, he's been very consistent so far in this ball game. And he's been using speed to get over the blockers of Ateneo.
Hindi na niya pinapabayaang mag-set up, no? Yung double blocks ng Ateneo. Now finding the right angle was Cuerva. Ganon-ganon yung pinalo niya kanina, no? This time he corrected it and it landed in.
But Coach Tim is still not happy with the performance of his players dahil ang daming ang errors.
Gonzalez sends it up. Depensahan na. That hit from Medalla goes against the blockers and out.
There was a huge gap in the middle of the two blockers of CEU between Gonzalez and Nazareno.
Now the question for the Blue Eagles, can they completely turn things around against the Scorpions here in the second set? Nazareno hits it straight into the net.
He's been quiet so far. It's uncharacteristic of him dahil he led all scorers with 9 points in their previous game against the Air Force.
Yan din yung epekto pag nakita mo tumalon si Injiga. Samahan mo pa ng medalya.
There's that intimidation factor din sa mga spikers.
When you hesitate, when you change your mind mid-air, usually it leads to an error as Magadia gives the point right back to the Scorpions with a service error.
Nakakailan na nga ang Ateneo dyan sa service errors na yan.
Solis now serving. Oh, service ace. Friendly touch from the tape. And CEU retakes the lead.
So far, so good for the Scorpions.
Oh, but that's unstoppable. Simply unstoppable coming from Injiga.
When he goes up in the air for that quick attack, kahit saang banda pa yan ng court, back quick, front quick, slide. It's going to be impending doom from the opponent.
Tingin na lang yung depensa ng CEU. They knew that there was nothing they could have done to prevent Injiga from scoring. Another dump works out for Gonzalez.
Every time Solis goes to Gonzalez, he really gets the job done.
And it's not all power from Gonzalez. It's speed, smarts, and he has led his team in scoring here in the second set.
That's a good sign na he is a thinking player. He analyzes kung ano yung nasa court.
Eto na, porsyento na yung nilalaro dito ng Ateneo. Why go to anyone else when CEU could not find a way to stop Injiga?
You know, for Ateneo, their primary scoring option will always be their middle blocker. It's not in the wings, unlike other teams na wings eh.
Good effort there on the block from Gorioso. That hit goes out, an attacking error. Kontra kay Villahermosa. Was asking for a touch. Referees disagreeing with him.
This is still a good lead for CEU na isa lang hahabulin nila sa Ateneo.
Hit is out, no touch. Another point for the Blue Eagles. Second technical timeout of our second set. 16-14. This is the biggest lead actually of the Blue Eagles here in the second set as we head into a quick break. Sumason Injiga has been spectacular in this entire matchup for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. In the first set, it was mostly his blocking. In the second set, they're going to him on offense as CEU is finding it tough to find a way to stop.
Hindi mo naman kailangan magkaroon ng maraming kill blocks against Sumason Injiga because you know that he has clearly the height advantage. All you need to do is slow down the trajectory of the ball so you can get a good first ball para maipasa mo sa attackers mo.
Touch it. Kahit daplis lang, kahit konti lang. Give your defense a chance. Another good block here coming from Ateneo. And they are finding rhythm, sort of like what they did in the first set.
You know, when they establish the double block against the attackers of CEU, dyan sila nagpo-pull away in terms of the scoring.
Jiga continues to serve for the Blue Eagles. Glorioso tried to reach for it. Ended up committing the mistake as CEU pulls a point back.
That's another point from the middle.
Yeah.
Palitan lang si Sandoval and Gonzalez.
That is certainly a great adjustment coming from the CEU Scorpions as Medalla finds a way to score. Pero mo, hindi pa rin masaya yung coaching staff ng Ateneo even after that point.
Well, you know, you have expectations na gusto mong makitang igalaw ng players mo. And with the errors that they've been committing, I don't think any coach will be happy. But for sure, masaya yan sa blocking ng Ateneo.
Certainly, because that has given them a steady stream of points in the first set and here in the second set as well. Blue Eagles slowly taking control of the second set as they lead 19-15. CEU calls for time.
Set mo kasi sa boss. Pag pinapalo mo kasi yung bola, so ibabaw lang. Ibabawan mo. Hindi ka na ibabaw eh. Saan yung blocker? Kaya alam mo ba't iniingi ko sa'yo yung sobra mo dito? Dahil yung blocker malaki sa gitna. Kaya ni Frank sa dulo eh. Di ba? Di ba ka-discard eh.
Sa baka.
Kaya mo naman, kaya naman ng mga quicker. Magtiwala
first ball lang,
ka. Anong gawin mo? Ilaban mo.
coverage.
Nakakita ko eh.
Laban mo. Kaya ni Alvin yan. Tara, boy. Kunin natin yan, boy. Hindi tayo mapunano dyan.
Mukhang sa gitna pa rin talaga gustong pumunta yung opensa for CEU.
Sabi nga ni Coach Mark Santos, ilaban mo. They've been scoring off those quick hits. And why not milk it? As for the setter, he's asking for a little adjustment na medyo idulo yung set for Naagas because you cannot give the ball na sakto sa middle blockers ng Ateneo kasi malaki nga eh.
Tignan natin kung makapag-adjust yung players ng CEU. Attacking error. Ateneo now with a 5-point advantage. Now this is where, you know, it gets tougher for the Scorpions. Yes, they can build the lead, but they have not proven yet that they can overcome it.
But since they got a taste of the lead, kumbaga mindset, pwede nilang sabihin na gawa natin kanina. We just need to get back on track. With that being said, they were able to make the necessary adjustments. That set was near the antenna.
Yeah.
That's why Naagas was able to go off the block.
That is in for Magadia.
Now this time, Magadia getting involved in the scoring picture.
He was able to score 1 point in that 5-setter contra sa Lasal. Also getting his first point of this matchup. (21 serving 16). Llenos overcooks it.
Too strong on that attempt. Now Gonzalez will march back in.
Babalik sa siya sa harapan for the CEU Scorpions.
And he will try to score more points from that A-quick play.
Glorioso with a good one to add to their advantage now at 5, 22-17. Hindi na nakaangat yung blockers ng CEU Scorpions.
More substitutions for the side of the Blue Eagles. Van Sulit will replace Gian Glorioso. But they have to wait for the protocol to be finished. Dahil hindi tayo parang kagaya sa basketball na
Sabihin mo lang yung
mas
numero,
init.
pasok ka na eh. Okay na eh. It's clear that Coach Santo Tomas of Ateneo is using this opportunity to mix things up.
But with that being said, Sulit commits a service error.
Napakahirap naman kasi nung pinapagawa nyo sa kanya. Pakakapasok lang niya.
Yun nga, it's one of the hardest things to do if you're coming off the bench. Siyempre, hindi ka naka-warm up.
Cuervo with another nice kill there. Getting it off the blockers. Itong Ateneo, first ball pa lang, parang alam na nila kung ano yung mangyayari.
Oo nga eh. Ito na naman, another substitution. This time, another rookie, Eman Go, who will serve as a setter. Ateneo has 3 setters in their current lineup. Bok Morado, E.G. Magadia, and this rookie, Eman Go, who came from UST.
Oh, service ace. Welcome to the Spikers turf, Emango.
Welcome to Ateneo.
Hanggang bukas maaalala niya yan. Pustahan tayo, Neil.
At mamaya yan sa bus, mag-aasaran yan, for sure.
CEU Scorpions staying alive here in the second set, 24-19. So their backs are already against the wall. Still something to build on. Sabi mo kanina, yung maximum na nakuha nila against the Philippine Air Force was 16 points. Now they're at 19 against Ateneo. That is touch check ball scoring for Medalla. Ateneo started on the wrong foot, but when they recovered, there was no stopping them. CEU having their own moments, especially from Gonzalez at the middle, but it would not be nearly enough to overcome the Ateneo Blue Eagles, who take the second set as well, 25-19. The numbers in our second set as we welcome you back to the Paco Arena. 25-19 in favor of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Doon na rin tumaas yung errors ng CEU Scorpions. They only had 4 in the first set, committed 8, as many as Ateneo in the second set.
You know, they will still try to look for a solution sa mga atake ng Ateneo, especially from the middle with Glorioso and Enjiga. And then when the rookies entered the floor for Ateneo, they also provided quality minutes for Coach Timisan Tomas.
Ateneo Blue Eagles hoping to make short work of the CEU Scorpions and seal the deal here in the third set. Carlo Pomintuan and Neil Flores on the call. This is still the group stage of your 2019 Open Conference of Spikers Turf, our time.
Aside from the Philippine Air Force, Ateneo na lang din yung wala pang talo in their respective pool.
And that should be a titanic matchup between those two teams. Yun yung last assignment nila in the group stage. We'll see if they will still, be undefeated when they match up against each other. Sabi mo nga, may tatapatan pa na easy trip itong Ateneo, and we know that there are no pushovers. Neil, for the CEU Scorpions, they already found out what could be effective against this Ateneo defense. Ano pa yung pwede nilang idagdag dyan?
Well, for one, they have to minimize those errors kagaya ng first set because they can actually score from the attacks. 9 against 12,
Yeah.
that's not so bad
Yep.
against the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Pag maganda lang yung first ball nila, tumataas yung porsyento eh. Immediately.
And they haven't gone to a couple of combination plays pa. It's more on basics ng a quick and then open and then from the opposite side of the court. Hindi pa nakakapagpaikot ng tao itong si Solis. But when they do, they can actually fool the blockers of Ateneo.
And Giga working hard in front. Being the biggest puzzle para sa CEU Scorpions in this matchup. How important is this experience for the rookies of Ateneo before they go on to their own collegiate league?
Well, we know the level of competition in the UAAP is also at a very high level, especially with the teams of Santa Elena and NU. Then you have UST, you have Lasal.
Hachiran, FEU.
So Hachiran, FEU, that's correct. So exposing your rookies to the Spikers turf will give them not just the confidence but the experience of thinking in the game. Tsaka para masanay sa pressure.
Siyempre kung lalabanan mo kasing lakas ng Philippine Air Force, especially, kailangan ka talagang humusay di ba? You have no other choice but to try and match up against them.
This is a better start for Ateneo dahil doon sa unang 2 sets natin, it was really CEU ang umuuna sa scoring.
Especially in that second set where they led by as many as 4 points. Cuerva getting a lot of touches in this match so far for the Blue Eagles. Medalla cross-scored as he scores again.
One of the graduating seniors for the side of the Blue Eagles.
Now Trinidad enters the contest as the libero for the Blue Eagles. Service ace as correctly called out by one of the teammates. Narinig natin. Pagkapalo pa lang, sinigaw na, and that's exactly what happened.
Ateneo will zoom to a 4-point lead.
Neil, yung iba-ibang teams, iba-iba yung diskarte dun sa libero. Yung iba, only use one. Predominantly, the other, merong receiving, may digging. Saan mo nakikita yung mga ganong kombinasyon if you are a coach?
Well, it depends on the skill level of the libero. Sometimes, yung isa nire-reserve pag walang laro yung first libero. But there are other teams na talagang sinadya nila na dalawa. One is for the receiving, one is for the digging. It depends on the coach.
One of the many intricacies of volleyball na syempre natututunan natin here in Spikers Turf. Combination play, picture perfect.
Now, when they start to go to these combination plays, lalong mahihirapan ng CEU. But Gonzalez will try his best to trim the deficit para makahabol ang CEU Scorpions.
Yung hirap nun, Neil, yung kombinasyon mo in Giga at Glorioso, mapapakagat ka talaga nung isa eh.
And right now, Gian Glorioso is playing as an opposite spiker. Jetly Golpio is the middle hitter. It will provide more height for the Blue Eagles.
A lot of ceiling there. Those two out front in Giga serving. At yun talaga yung limitation ng CEU Scorpions. They do not have the height to contend against the blocking of Ateneo. And that service ace coming from Chumason and Jigha will send us into our first technical timeout of the third set very quickly. We'll take a quick break.
Wala kang tinapatan. Wala naman nakita mo ba nila yung set eh. Ano ba pablakin mo doon? Hindi naman umaabot yung bola nila sa dulo. Nakita mo puro cross-court. Diba? Ay. Basta, aral. Sumunod sa instruction. Eh, guys. Layo pa.
Injika adding to his tally with an ace this time around. He scored on attacks, on blocks. This time shows us that he is also an outstanding server. Oh, that middle still activated. Another quick scoring for Gonzalez.
Like what I told you, he is the most consistent
Yeah.
in terms of efficiency for the side of the CEU Scorpions.
Is there frustration coming from the side of the Blue Eagles na hindi pa rin nila mabantayan si Gonzalez?
That's a possibility, but they make up for every point na nagagawa ng CEU. This time, Ron Medalla going for that sharp cross-court hit.
Sa bagay, ba't ka nga naman masisiraan ng loob when you're up 9-3 and up 2-0 in this matchup?
And I think the missing piece on the side of the CEU Scorpions is the production of Nazareno, Villahermosa, and Naagas. Dahil kadalasan sila yung nagbibigay. But right now, it's Gonzalez and Sandoval doing the damage to the defense of Ateneo.
And Gonzalez only had 3 points in their last matchup. Sayang lang kasi hindi nagkakasabay-sabay. Alam naman natin may skills itong CEU Scorpions, as you can see there.
Pero mukhang narinig tayo na Aga scores off the block.
Ten to 4 is the score. The question now is, did they get rhythm too late here in the third set for CEU? Or can they find a way to overcome the 6-point deficit? Medalla, another kill.
Ron Medalla catching fire in this third set. Now it's a 7-point lead.
Veteranong-veterano na, no? Itong si Ron Medalla. Solis kanino pupunta. He goes to the middle. And that's soft. Nahawakan pa ba? I think it was a little bit just enough to score.
They got lucky that time, but that's still a point. A point is a point.
Yeah. Much needed one for the CEU Scorpions. Oh. Tough set there. Gopio could not do anything about that anymore.
Hindi sila nagtugma ni EG Magadia on that back quick play.
But if you're the Ateneo coaching staff, if you're planning for the future, these are the mistakes that you can make, that you can somehow afford now. At least you'll learn from it and it'll not really hurt you as much.
That's correct. Lalo na Sunday will be a very, very crucial game for them. They need to take down the Easy Trip Road Spikers if they want a guaranteed slot in our quarterfinal round.
And then CEU with a smart hit there. Gopio could not get to that spot. Nabasa ng Scorpions.
It's Sandoval again, this time going for that drop shot. He saw a huge opening. Ba't mo nga naman lalabanan pa yung blocks ng Ateneo kung pwede mo na lang itulak?
Pwede namang simple. From the back row, Glorioso.
A middle blocker going for a pipe attack.
Why not? Why not, Neil? At this stage, trying to challenge themselves perhaps kung ano pa yung pwede nilang gawin. Chance ball for Ateneo. Combination play once again. Well defended this time. And Giga gets to it. Medalla from the back row. Oh, hesitation coming from CEU.
But you have to give credit to the digging of the Scorpions. Unfortunately, no one picked that up.
You have to give credit to Naagas because he somehow got a touch on the ball. Sent it to a good spot, actually. But just hesitation, sheer hesitation cost him the point. As Ateneo now in complete control of this matchup, up by 7 points.
Wow, what a bullet from Villahermoso, adding a little bit of spice to that hit.
Great set as well. At babalik tayo dun sa instructions kanina ni Coach Santos. Send it long. Huwag nyo nang pabayaan na abutan pa ng blockers ng Ateneo. Triple block. Oh, they get a lucky break. But Ateneo keeps it alive. Great effort from De Castro. From the back row, Medalla finds the gap in the D.
The defense of CEU was not ready for it, but that was probably the best rally so far in this contest. Walang tao eh. Huge opening in that zone 1 area.
And yung mga panghihinayangan mo because you put so much effort into keeping the ball alive. All of a sudden, Medalla finds a spot like that. Pero binalik naman yung punto agad-agad ni Cuerva of a service error. Nine serving 15. This is Nazareno serving. What will you do, Neil? What do you do against a player like Njiga?
That's his basic attack.
CEU still could not find a way to stop Njiga from scoring. Blockers could not even go up to try and challenge him. And the result was an easy point, 16-9. Second technical timeout in the third set.
Alam mo na binibigyan yung quick. Anong gagawin mo? Ay, blocker ka. Anong gagawin mo? Diba sabi ko sa'yo, pag maganda yung kuha ng bola, kayo na binibigay yung bola. Sa quick, di ba? Mauna ka nang tumalon. Hindi pa, mahawak pala yung setter, tumalon ka na. Kasi malaki ka. Mukabay ka ng bola.
Ateneo Blue Eagles off a great start here in the third set. Are in control, 16-9 as we welcome you back to the Paco Arena here in Manila. Carlo Pamintuan and Neil Flores on the call for One Sports. Service error for Njiga, one of the rare mistakes that he has committed in this matchup. Gopio still providing contributions here for the Blue Eagles. Mukhang maganda na yung kumpiyansa niya off that early block that he scored nung nabigyan siya ng pagkakataong maglaro.
And now Coach Timmy knows na meron siyang kayang ipalit in that position.
That's a miss-hit. Attack error. Kontra kay Naagas as Ateneo is now up by 8. Naman nakakapanghinayang lang for the CEU Scorpions was they built slowly, but they built forward. Talking about their effort in the first set, in the second set, gumanda yung numero nila eh. But now, only at 11 points, kaya pa ba nila to try and overcome the 7-point deficit?
If they can get good touches on the attacks of Ateneo, it can be possible dahil yun yung nagiging problema eh. Kumbaga, it's the barrage of attacks of Ateneo that keeps on killing the defense of CEU.
And that certainly will not help. Service error mula kay Gonzalez.
Another rookie, Janfrey Lois, will see action for the very first time here in this contest.
19 serving 11. Medalla with a serve. Another error. That's 3 straight now for Ateneo.
But you know, they still have a 7-point lead to take care of. So they just need to get one good pass.
De Los Santos and De La Torre. Entering the contest for CEU, De La Torre, of course, is their other setter.
And De Los Santos is the tallest attacker already for the Scorpions.
That is a check scoring for Glorioso. They ran it one more time. Glorioso. That ball touching the fingertips of the blockers. Sulit will be given another opportunity to play here.
He will try to redeem yung error niya kanina on the service line.
Yeah, the score might be 20-12, but surely it's pressure packed for Sulit right now. Takes care of it this time around. De La Torre with a quick set. Good first ball. Good attack mula sa CEU.
Sandoval will continue his great performance in this ball game. Same lang yung pinupuntahan nila na play eh. It's been the A-Quick that has been scoring for the Scorpions.
How about that, Neil?
Janfrey Lois, sabi niya, kaya ko rin yun.
Oh, the coaching staff of Ateneo right now must be happy with the performance of their new guys. Finding a way to help out. Keeping errors at a minimum. Lois, maagang nagpakilala.
He may not be the tallest on the floor, but when he gets that elevation, malakas din pumalo.
Good dig there. As Glorioso still finds a way to score. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective.
Ateneo is just 3 points away from closing out this game.
Wala nang forma yung opensa na yun, eh, no? It was going nowhere. Pero nakaisa itong si Glorioso as Morado continues to serve. Morado, kanino pupunta? He goes back to Lois as he scores again. 2 for 2 on the attacks.
100% so far for Janfrey Lois.
Parang gusto mag-best player of the game nila. Yung CEU magbabalasan na rin ng tao. As Munsayak enters the contest here. Soft touch na bantayan ni Morado. They go back to Lois. That did not go over.
Masyado ng mababa for Lois.
$14 serving 23 now. This is Sandoval serving for the Scorpions.
Limaco will come in also to replace Gonzalez.
But these are, important lessons na natututunan ng CEU Scorpions as they build on their volleyball program. You learn about yourself, going up against a team as good as Ateneo.
But Chumason and Jega continues to dominate.
And that hit will send us into match point in Jiga. Simply unstoppable.
Grabe no, when you have Glorioso sa harapan mo and then Jiga sa likuran mo, it's hard to tell kung kanino pupunta yung setter.
Kaya nang uhulaan na lang yung depensa ng CEU. That is a miss-hit. Point goes to Ateneo. And it will be a clean sweep for the blue shirts. They will stay undefeated in our 2019 Open Conference of Spikers Turf.
A lot of contributions from the different players of Ateneo. Now they will be 3-0 na.
No, they got a lot from their usual suspects, Glorioso and Giga. But what's more important, at least building for their future, was that they got key contributions as well from their youngsters. Ateneo sweep CEU 25-17, 25-19, and 25-14 will meet our best player of the ball game when we come back. Clean sweep for the Ateneo de Manila Blue Eagles. 3-0 against the CEU Scorpions. And our best player of the ball game, Chumason Giga, 8 attacks, 4 blocks, and a couple of aces. But ang dami mong kasama, ikaw lang naman yung best player.
Siyempre po kasi team to, so kailangan lahat po.
Good answer, good answer. Coming off that 5-setter against LaSalle, how important was it to build your confidence heading into the final phase of your pool stage matches?
Of course, since LaSalle's UAAP, so nakuha namin confidence na kailangan dinala namin sa mga next games na we have to apply always our discipline in playing na kahit kung sino man kalaban, all out lagi.
What we saw in this matchup was that you had control of the game against the CEU Scorpions, which gave your coaching staff the opportunity para ilaro yung mga younger players, and they definitely helped out. What can you say about the performance of your rookies?
Of course, they did great. So, may team. So, pinag-usapan namin sa dugout na dapat lahat kami, yung starters na kailangan, maganda yung game namin sa simula para lahat makalaro.
Ngayon, imbitahan mo naman yung mga supporters ng Ateneo to come watch you guys in your final matches of the pool stage.
So, hello to everyone at home, mga Atenean, sa mga nanonood ng volleyball. Come here to support Spikers Turf and basta everyone around the world support na. Sige.
Congratulations, Chumason and Giga, and the rest of the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Let's send it back to Neil Flores for our highlights.
A well-deserved celebration for the Ateneo Blue Eagles. This is the confirmation of that 3-set win of Ateneo. The Blue Eagles will remain undefeated. In Pool B, they will match the win-loss card of the Philippine Air Force at 3-0. You know, they started out slow, but when they built that wall against the Scorpions, it was just really too much for them to handle.
Your first set, it was a good start, as you said, for the CEU Scorpions. They limited their mistakes down to just 4, but the blocking and the attacking of Ateneo just too hot for them to handle in the second set. No, that was when nagbalasa ng tao yung Ateneo. They got contributions from their youngsters, which certainly helped after that poor start in the second set, Neil.
Looking at the set 2 summary, Ateneo clearly outscored CEU in the attacks. Especially, Chumason and Jigha led the attack with Gian Glorioso and Ron Medalla.
In the third set, Ateneo made sure that they will not have a poor start. They jumped the gun on the Scorpions and they cruised to a 3-0 victory, a whopping advantage in terms of attacks and blocks.
Well, you know, if they can bring the blocking expertise of Chumason and Jega and Gian Glorioso to their games against Easy Trip, it will be a good sign for the Ateneo Blue Eagles.
Now let's check out our updated standings. In Pool B action, Ateneo staying undefeated, tying the Philippine Air Force Jet Spikers on top of the list. Eco Oil, DLSU Green Spikers, Easy Trip Road Spikers within shouting distance of those leaders at 2-1. CEU Scorpions, LPU Pirates will be matched up against each other. So one of those teams will end up scoring a victory before they close their performance in your 2019 Open Conference. Our schedule for Sunday, Ateneo will be back in action against the Easy Trip Road Spikers at 1 p.m. USC Golden Spikers face off against the Santa Elena Ball Hammers at 3. And then the Signal HD Spikers will battle the BNS Volleyball Club Griffins at 5 p.m. All of those games live and exclusive on One Sports. That will be it for your Thursday crew. For Neil Flores and the rest of the hardworking men and women of One Sports, my name is Carlo Pamintuan. This is our turf, our time.